Amara from the Georgian, and we have Adam here from Soyumi, and we're gonna make something today. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, this is a segment that we do at the restaurant called Soyumi by Soyumi Asian Kitchen.
Okay.
And it's a segment that we've typically just made sushi rolls, but for the first time ever, we're doing some hot food, and I'm super excited. This is actually one of the new dishes. It is called a fried chicken scramble. Have you ever had katsu or anything of the sort?
I've heard of that, but
You have?
not. I think they put it on top of the ramen. Is that correct?
No, so that's kind of like a pork belly.
Oh,
what we're looking at is basically fried, any sort of fried cutlet, right?
Okay.
So that is what is known as katsu.
Nice.
So let's go ahead and put on some aprons.
Okay, cool.
Go and grab those. Thank you so much. Now, Amar, you are with the Georgian.
Yeah, I'm with the Georgian Media Group at Georgia Southern. I'm with your newsroom, which is our broadcast division.
Okay.
And I am an anchor.
Fantastic. Well, we're glad to have you onto this show.
Thank you.
So the reason, Statesboro is actually pretty interesting. One of the things about Statesboro is they're very averse to foods that maybe they're not used to. So when you say katsu, you're kind of like, all right, well, I don't know if I'm going to try that. So at Soyumi, we're actually planning to do something. We're going to change the name, and we're going to call it a fried chicken scramble.
Nice.
Now, without looking at the ingredients, what do you think is in there?
Well, just based off the word scramble, I'm gonna go with eggs.
Hey.
Eggs, so I know that has to be in there. Fried.
Okay.
Maybe maybe there's a fried egg involved.
Okay.
There's fried chicken involved.
Okay.
I can get that.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Very nice. So we are gonna actually start with something that we've already kind of like made already.
Yeah.
This is our chicken cutlet.
Okay.
So these are probably 6 to 8 ounces of chicken breast that are kind of like prepped up. They're battered in panko.
Okay.
Panko is basically this kind of like crispy exterior breadcrumbs, if you will. And this is what we're gonna start with. So this is one of the items that we're gonna be using.
Nice.
And to start off our sauce, so this is gonna be my pan.
Okay.
And that one's gonna be your pan.
Okay.
And so this is actually I guess a fried chicken scramble mix, if you will. So this is the sauce that kind of like lays down the foundation. And if you wanna give that a smell, what notes are you getting?
I get maybe a little vinegar.
Okay, there is some vinegar in that.
What's that sauce called? Worcestershire?
Oh, Worcestershire, okay, okay.
That. I can smell that maybe.
Uh-huh.
I think that may be it.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour it into the pan, go ahead and heat that up.
How much do I pour?
Go ahead and use it all. That's what we like to do in the kitchen. We like to use all of our ingredients. We're not trying to, keep anything in the fridge or anything like that.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and heat that up. Now, Amari, you are an anchor at Georgia Southern. What type of experiences have you had being an anchor?
Well, so far I've had the opportunity of highlighting some organizations on campus. I've got to try different food now. I went to another eatery in Statesboro 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I had some bubble tea.
Okay.
So
How was that?
It was actually really good.
Boba tea is right up my alley. Asians, we like the, did you try the actual boba?
Yes.
What did you think?
I love boba. I think it's really fun. I think it's like a surprise when you're drinking your drink and you get a little ball instead.
Okay.
And so I love that. My favorite is the brown sugar crystal boba.
Okay.
So
very nice, very nice.
We get to talk about so many things that are happening on campus. Georgia Southern has a lot to offer.
Yep.
As far as like organizations and events and resources that people just don't know about, and we're here to highlight those for the campus community.
Fantastic. If you don't mind grabbing me some gloves, I'm super excited about everything that you're about to do.
Yes.
You are currently a senior.
Yes, I am.
Hey, and we are about to make some, big senior. Now, do you do a lot of cooking at home?
I do, actually. My family is from Barbados. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I love cooking.
Have you ever been back to the motherland?
I have not actually ever been to Barbados, but that's somewhere I want to go since for my graduation trip.
Okay, hint, mom and dad. Okay, let's go. All right, so we're gonna start with kind of like, cutting up our chicken cutlet. So what we typically do is we want to cut them into strips and give it enough kind of like air to breathe.
Right.
And then we're gonna take it and then we're gonna drop it into the pan.
Ooh,
okay?
Wait, that's so smooth.
Let's see what it looks like. All right, okay. Okay.
Now am I trying to cut it all the way through?
Yeah, cut it all the way through. Very nice. It's okay.
Someone.
It's okay.
Back together. Can I
That's
do it
good.
like you?
You might be able to try. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. We'll use the knife to move things around. Okay, yeah. Very nice. So this is going to continue to cook. When it starts bubbling, we'll know that it's ready.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of like a few other ingredients that we're going to use. We're going to use the scramble of the egg, which we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and give you an egg.
All right.
Do you know how to crack?
Maybe not perfectly, but sometimes I've had a couple of times where it is perfect. So let's see if we can do it today.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right, here we go. Ooh.
Hey, very nice. If you want to dispose of your eggshell right there, okay. Fantastic. You cook a lot of eggs at home?
Yes, I love scrambled eggs.
I can tell that you're a pro. So we're gonna do that exact same thing. We're actually gonna scramble.
Okay.
So we're gonna take the egg and we're gonna kind of like break it up. Make sure to aerate the egg. This is actually one of the most important steps for this dish because an aerated egg is actually going to give you kind of like a nice creaminess texture and all that really good stuff. So make sure you get it really good and mixed up, get some air in there, so forth and so on. What's been your favorite memory at Georgia Southern?
That's a good one. Well, I think my favorite memory was when I crossed.
Crossed?
Yeah, I crossed in my organization, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Hey, let's go.
So I think that's my favorite memory.
Yeah, very nice. You are close to all your sisters. Yeah, very nice. So we're gonna kind of like move this a little bit just to kind of make sure that the meat is settled in there.
Nice.
And we're pretty much ready to kind of like drop in the egg. Now, what you're going to experience here is kind of like, we don't want to eat the egg raw and everything is going to be cooked in this dish.
Right.
But we're going to drop it in there, just there like on top. And it's going to create this really nice kind of like mix of sauce and everything.
Okay.
So whenever you are ready, and I think yours is kind of like starting to bubble up right now.
It is.
We're going to go in and start dropping that in. And we're just going to go, go ahead and give it a nice little pour in there. And we're gonna start adding some not really fun items. You like cheese?
Yes, I do.
So here we go. We're gonna take some cheese, go ahead and sprinkle that on top.
So
this is a Maz.
Amount,
whatever you think is
enough.
Yeah.
Do that. How about that?
Okay, a little bit more.
A little more.
You can never go wrong with cheese, right?
There we go.
Okay.
Do it.
So we're gonna put this on top right here. Fantastic. We're gonna double cheese it.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a mild sharp cheddar.
I love sharp cheddar.
Yes. So let's go. Go ahead and do the same thing. Never enough cheese.
Never have too much cheese.
Very good.
So Adam, how'd you end up here at Soyumi?
I was actually born in Statesboro.
Okay.
It's been my hometown. I'm what the people refer to as a local. I don't know if that. Why'd you laugh?
They do refer to Statesboro people as locals, you know.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know, I was born here. I grew up in the Statesboro area. I left for college and then I came back.
Okay.
And during that time, I really found that I had a passion for just connecting with people.
Yeah.
Food has always been a huge part of my family. You know, my family really grew up in the restaurant industry.
Okay.
But it was definitely something that was a large part of kind of like who I am. So we're gonna take a lid to kind of like put over, and this is actually gonna help melt the cheese.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we only have one lid, so I wanna make sure yours is melted first.
Nice.
Very nice. All right, so we are almost ready to start plating. Now, the plating experience is something that is really important for, you know, when you're dining, just because a lot of times we eat with our eyes, right?
Right.
The way that the food arrives to the table, the way that everything kind of like is presented to you, definitely has an impact on your meal.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and grab those bowls.
Can you tell me a little bit about Soyumi? When you guys get here, what do you guys serve?
Absolutely.
What's the culture behind Soyumi?
So it's interesting, you know, it's actually a very similar, one and the same. What we do at Soyumi is we are trying to broaden people's horizons.
Okay.
Statesboro is such a small town, and you know, this is something that I connect with oftentimes just because I was from here.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, when I grew up here, I didn't taste a lot of the flavors that was outside of this region.
Right.
We're known for what? Pizza, wings, burgers, yeah. So when I started, you know, going to you know, Asia, when I started going to Irvine, I found out there was this food that was missing from this area.
Okay.
And so when I came back, I decided to kind of like, you know, bring as much culture and food as I could to the people, so that they had an opportunity to travel, I guess, with their taste buds, is what I like to say. Are you ready to kind of like start plating this?
Let's get ready.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna take your bowl.
Okay.
hold it in the left hand. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm actually right-handed, but I can
you can do other side?
I can do it.
Ambidextrous, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna take it and we're gonna start sliding it off and then put it directly on top.
Okay. I feel like my egg didn't cook as well.
No, you're good. And we're gonna add a little bit more decoration. So no dish I think is finished off with seaweed.
Okay.
Is
maybe like the parsley.
That's right. That's right. So grab a little bit, just maybe put it down the middle.
Okay.
Okay. Very nice. You are a natural. I might have to have you apply at the restaurant. Right? Okay. And then we also have a little bit of green onion.
I love green onion.
Very nice. It's going to deliver a little bit of complex texture and flavor.
Okay. I feel like that guy. What's his name? Salt Bae.
Yeah. What you got? Let's see it. Hey!
Okay.
Fantastic. And this dish is pretty much ready to go out. All right, so we are going to go ahead and try the dish.
Okay,
if we're going to go ahead and take the gloves off, I have a pair of chopsticks for you. Now, are you familiar with chopsticks?
Nah, I do not do very well with chopsticks. I probably will need a fork.
I was actually prepared for that, and I have a fork right here for you. But I will use chopsticks if you don't mind grabbing me for those right there. Thank you. So this dish is actually a very popular dish in Japan.
Okay.
It is something that they eat often.
Yeah.
They refer to it as katsudon, and that refers to kind of like the rice and the egg. That's also part of that dish.
Okay.
Again, this is going to be brought to Statesboro relatively soon, so I'm super excited for Statesboro to try it.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind just taking a bite for us and then giving us a little bit of a review, if you will.
Well, I love to eat, and I give very good reviews. So, I love it.
What taste are you? What taste are you getting?
Very savory. I like the elements of the egg and the rice. I love fried rice, so it's kind of on the same wave.
I'm getting a little bit of the tang from the sauce. The crispiness of the chicken is excellent, just slightly. Some of the sauce is kind of moved up, so you have kind of that flavor there.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
not too sweet, not too sour, I'm in the middle.
And this is going to be a lunch special. This is only going to be offered during lunch, at least at the start. So be sure to stop by the restaurant and do enjoy the meal.